Hey, I'm Oliver O'Brien, and this is my social entrepreneurship project on impact investing. So, what is impact investing? Well, the definition of impact investing from the Understanding Social Entrepreneurship textbook is investments intended to create positive impact beyond financial return. An additional definition from the Global Impact Investing Network is investments made with the intention to generate positive, measurable social and environmental impact alongside a financial return. So we can understand this idea that while an impact investment is similar to any other investment in the aspect of a desire for financial return, the distinguishing factor is that there must be some sort of positive societal or environmental impact made from the investment. There can't be financial gain for the entrepreneur at the expense of society for it to be an impact investment. Let's look a little closer at the categories of impact investing and what impact investing really entails. So, there are two categories impact investing falls in. These are commercial impact investing and philanthropic impact investing. For the commercial side, they look to optimize financial returns with a floor for social and environmental impact. Commercial impact investing consists of commercial investors who search for subsectors that offer market rate returns while yielding some social or environmental good. Philanthropic impact investing, on the other hand, optimizes social or environmental impact with a financial floor. Philanthropic impact investors use social or environmental good as a primary objective and may accept a range of returns from principal to market rate. And they take a lower market rate of return in order to seed new investment funds that may be perceived as higher risk or to reach tougher environmental social goals that cannot be achieved in combination with market rates of return. So where does impact investing occur and who makes impact investments? Impact investments can be made in both emerging and developed markets. Within these markets, impact investments typically target a range of returns from below market to market rate. The goal return usually depends on the investor's strategic goals. With this in mind, the investor itself also ranges from a wide variety of positions or groups. These can include fund managers, development finance institutions, diversified financial institutions or banks, private foundations, pension funds, and insurance companies, family offices, individual investors, NGOs, religious institutions, and corporates. So we see how both individuals and large institutions can make an impact investment, and impact investments can be made at both a macro or micro scale. So we know the types of impact investments and where they occur and from who these investments come from. Now let's understand why these investments occur and gain an understanding of the real social impact it makes in the world. So why do people make impact investments? Well, first of all, impact investments challenge this widely held view that we can only combat social and environmental issues through philanthropic actions. On top of this, it challenges the idea that market investments are solely made to achieve financial gain. This long-held view is far from the truth. Impact investing takes those two and merges them together, where we get an everybody benefits type of situation. Society and the environment is improved while we achieve financial gain too. The return of the investment is both economic and social. The Global Impact Investing Network gives us a good look behind the motivations of impact investors. These are banks, pensions, funds, financial advisors, and wealth managers can provide client investment opportunities to both individuals and institutions with an interest in general or specific social or environmental causes. And it continues to read, institutional and family foundations can leverage significantly greater assets to advance their core social or environmental goals while maintaining or growing their overall endowment. And lastly, it reads, government investors and development finance institutions can provide proof of financial viability for private sector investors while targeting specific social and environmental goals. So we see how these motivations demonstrate a common theme of two parties targeting a mutual social or environmental goal. They look to benefit society through their investment. At the same time, this positive impact on society they hope to make with this investment can boost their individual or organization's economic state. So let's look a little closer at what this social impact really is in its essence that they hope to achieve through impact investing. But before trying to understand the social impact of impact investing, we have to look at a few elements of impact investing that relate to the social impact it brings on. First thing we should look at is intentionality. An investor's intention to have a positive social or environmental impact through investments is essential in measuring social impact. There would be no measured social impact if the investor did not have a clear intention beforehand. The other aspect we must look at is investment with return expectations. Impact investments are expected to generate financial return on capital, or at minimum, a return of capital. The measure of social impact depends greatly on the return expectations. A large social impact may occur in a scenario where the investor receives the minimum of return of capital. A lesser degree of social impact may occur if the investor is hoping to receive a higher return on capital than he initially invested. Either way, an impact investment always aims to achieve both of these things, a social impact and return of capital, which can come in the form of various asset classes such as cash equivalents, fixed income, venture capital, private equity, among others. Another thing we must consider is impact measurement. Investors do a multitude of things to appropriately measure impact based on their objectives and capacities. These are establishing and stating social and environmental objectives to relevant stakeholders, setting performance metrics or targets related to these objectives using standardized metrics wherever possible, monitoring and managing the performance of investees against these targets, and reporting on social and environmental performance to relevant stakeholders. If all these things are done, investors can gain a clear and measurable social impact from their investment. So now let's look at what these social impacts are of impact investing. The impact investment market is a growing market that provides capital to address some of the world's most pressing challenges. The sectors that we typically see involved with impact investing are sustainable agriculture, renewable energy, conservation, and microfinance. We also tend to see impact investing go towards basic, affordable, and accessible service, such as housing, healthcare, and education. The type of impact that can evolve from impact investing varies based on the industry and the specific company within that industry. But some common examples include giving back to the community by helping the less fortunate, or investing in sustainable energy practices to help save our planet. One major venue of impact investing is microfinance loans, which provide small business owners in emerging nations with startup or expansion capital. So here's some examples of successful impact investing. One of the most well-known is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which has a total endowment of nearly $50 billion. While most of the Gates Foundation is engaged in philanthropy, it also has a strategic investment fund with $2.5 billion under management, which is invested in ventures that align with the foundation's goals of improving health, education, and gender equality. As explained on the fund's website, the Strategic Investment Fund supports organizations or projects that benefit the world's poorest and are often overlooked by traditional investors. Another example is the Soros Economic Development Fund, which is part of the Open Society Foundation, launched by billionaire philanthropist George Soros. Soros has contributed about $18 billion to the Open Society Foundations, $90 million of which is actively invested in impact ventures. As the name implies, the foundation seeks to support open societies by promoting democracy, legal reforms, higher education, and journalism, as well as other fields. Lastly is the Ford Foundation, launched by Edsel and Henry Ford in 1936, with an initial endowment of $25,000. Today it has one of the world's largest private endowments with $16 billion under management, and most of that money is given as grants to support causes aligned with the values of the foundation. So, lastly, what does the future of impact investing look like? Well, I think it is safe to say that impact investing isn't going anywhere, and in fact, it will probably see continued growth. We see that recent international effort to accelerate the development of a high-functioning market that supports impact investing has emerged. Investors are optimistic overall about its development and expect increased scale and efficiency in the future. Impact investors generally recognize broad progress across key indicators of market growth. And here are some statistics indicating positive market growth, while at the same time we can't ignore their negative indicators of market growth. But overall, There's also been growth of the term social impact since 2004, reaching its heights in 2019. So I think it is safe to say that impact investing is not going anywhere. It is no longer a small niche area of investing. Here are my references, and thank you for watching.